morning, everyone, evening, night, whatever it may be while you're watching this video. Today we're gonna go work on that. I got a lot of stuff to do, probably not gonna get a lot of it done. It needs key cylinders in the door, the ignition switch replaced. I'm gonna put a crank position sensor on it, hopefully get rid of the check engine light. I've also got the front sending unit and fuel pump to go in the front tank. I have a fuel pump to go in the rear tank. It seems like, oh yeah, keyless entry, since this truck didn't come with it. I don't know how much this stuff's gonna get done today, but we're gonna make a stab at getting some. Probably not gonna get the fuel pumps done. The problem with the fuel pump is these trucks have dual tanks. Sending unit in the front tank's not working, so I don't know how much gas is in it. The rear tank, as you can see right here, these trucks have a ball valve, check valve in the fuel pump, supposed to keep it from pumping from one tank into the other. The rear tank has failed, so it pumps everything out of the front tank into the rear tank, overflows it. So we're gonna head over to the shop. I did bring my trusty portable battery, snacks again, in case I run out of battery life this time. I have something to charge. Drop my water. Something to charge my phone with. So turn that down. I don't want YouTube hitting me for music in a video, and you're gonna look at my hand for a second because I gotta move stuff. Seatbelt for safety. Yeah, I still hadn't worked on that. My other truck's back. I have too many vehicles, if y'all haven't figured this out. It's a sickness. I saw somebody did a short, I'll run across it this morning. Kids that start out building plastic models end up with too many vehicles. I guess that holds true. That crack in my window is really annoying, and I need to get that Texas inspection sticker off of this truck. But as you can see, the annoying little yellow light on the dash is on. And that's what I'm trying to eliminate today. This truck has a problem, and I've been chasing it since I've owned it. Actually rebuilt the motor trying to get rid of this problem. It was really weak when I got it. Built the motor and went and test drove it, and it's still weak. It has no power below 2,000 RPMs. For some reason it is retarding the timing until it crawls above 2,000 RPMs, which is a real big problem going down the road because it runs at about 1,600 at 60 miles an hour. So, you know, I have no power. Try to go up a hill and it's just, there's nothing there. It should have more than it does. I've had 4 cylinders that would pull a hill better than this V8. But we're headed to the shop. And yes, I am driving a 5-speed, one-handed. Of course, I pulled out in front of somebody. I get to the shop, get it opened up, I'll pull her in and we'll get started. And let me give you an engine tour. Nothing real special. It is pretty. You just can't see it. Color matched the valve covers and oil pan. I'll stitch in a picture of it. I think I figured out how to do that. But we have EGR delete, smog delete. It's running a BBK throttle body right there, 56 millimeters instead of the 50 millimeter. It's got GT40P heads, Ford Racing headers to match the them. I think you can see this one. Yep, right there. It's got a Comp Cam Extreme Energy 266 cam in it. And it just, like I said, it doesn't run right. I have replaced the mass airflow sensor. It went bad in 20 miles. This is back to being the stock mass airflow sensor. It runs better, but it ain't right. As y'all saw, the check engine light's on. That is because the crank position sensor says it's bad. I put a brand new one on it. Does that mean anything? No. Chinese parts are crap. I have got a genuine Motorcraft crank position sensor to put back in it. Right here. Ta-da. And as I said, I have fuel pumps and whole sending unit. This is the one for the front tank whole assembly. Could not get a sending unit for the rear tank for some reason, so I had to get a fuel pump. Cheap Chinese keyless entry. And this right here on the Amazonian was supposed to be all metal. I'm kind of disappointed in this. All metal door locks. That's not metal. It's freaking plastic. What's the chances of that lasting? Slim to none? Yeah. May or may not use these because they're not what it's supposed to be. But that's why I need to replace the key, because it's broke off in there and I can't lock my doors. Hence the keyless entry. You just, modern stuff for an old truck. But I'm gonna be working under there. I'm gonna see if I can get y'all a good video of replacing that crank position sensor. On this year model truck, it is not called a crank position sensor. This is a 96. This is the first year of the onboard diagnostic 2 system and the last year of this body style truck. It doesn't work very good. It probably did when it was new, but right now it is crap. The crank position sensor is actually called a misfire sensor on this truck. There's only 4 tips on the tone ring for it to pick up, not like the new modern ones where there's a whole bunch of them around the harmonic balancer. So I'm hoping that this new sensor is going to fix this issue. I'm also going to go ahead and replace the mass airflow sensor again and see what happens there. This engine, with the configuration it's got, supposed to be 300, 350 horsepower. If this truck's got 200, I'd be surprised. It's weak. It's not supposed to be. But we're going to see if we can fix that today. I'm going to gather up a couple of tools and see if I can get y'all in position to see what I'm doing. And because it's in a really tight spot under there. And yeah, we're going to do not a how-to video today, but maybe you'll learn something. If not, maybe at least I'll entertain you. So, be back in a few. Alright, let's look under here. Let's see if I can get you where I can see. There it is. What we're going after is this sensor right here. Now, if you're familiar with these, you know there's supposed to be a cover over this that has the pointer to be able to line up and get your marking. This is almost stripped out. So when you put it on there, it's thick enough that there's no threads for that bolt to go in. I gotta get some longer bolts. I just hadn't done it. I had to put that on when I set my base timing. And these trucks are supposed to set to 10 right here. This one's set to, I think I set it to 11 because it's a little bit happier with a little extra timing. And as you can see, like I said, she's color matched. You can't see it, but you know, it was pretty before I put it in the truck. So I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a good video today because there's just not enough room under here to get to it. I either got to go through that hole, through this hole here to get in there and hold the phone and do it. Yeah, it's impossible. So let me see if I can find a spot to put you that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And that I can reach it. Nope, I'm not going to be able to do this and hold the phone at the same time. So I'm going to take that wire loose and then I'll be back. Alright, got it off. And as you can see, brand new, but check engine lights on for this sensor. And yeah, this is not a like stupidly cheap brand. This is O'Reilly's Surefire or something like that. I can't remember. The box was around here, but genuine Ford. We're gonna put this one back on, and then we're gonna clear the code out of it and crank her up and see if it comes back. And we'll go back under there. And yes, I'm old school. I am still using a wood creeper. So we'll be back. All right, I got it in. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you this, but I have an adapter plug into the OBDS 2 port, and there's no way to show you my screen to show you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna open up my little app on my phone. I'm gonna clear the code for the crank position sensor. I'm gonna fire it up and see if the check engine light comes back on, because it comes on instantly if that sensor was the cause of it. So we'll be back. Let's see if it worked. No check engine light. Alright, so the issue this truck's been having is below 2,000 RPMs, it's pulling the timing, ignition timing, out. It's dropping below the base timing of 10 degrees before top dead center, which this truck is set at 11. It pulls it all the way down to like 7 degrees. And that just eliminates power. As soon as it gets above 2,000, it puts all the timing back in it and will actually give you advanced timing truck pulls. It's not great, it's still not getting it where it's supposed to be, but it's better. So I'm fixing to go run it up the road. It's kind of hard to do that with this truck and see. We'll just have to see. It's been having an issue where the throttle kind of stays high and then drops. I don't know if these trucks are supposed to do that for like a RPM matching or whatever. Sounds like it may have a little bit more lope from the cam now. So I'm going to stop the video because I can't get to my I can't get to my onboard diagnostic program with the video open and look at the timing and see what she's doing, sitting here idling, and go drive it up the road and see how it's acting. I'll be back. Well, I cut the truck off, fired it back up. Guess what came back on? The nasty little light. Yep, crank position sensor malfunction. It's not the sensor. Now I've got to try to figure out what else is going on. So, do I have broke wire or do I have an ECM in this truck that's going bad? I'm gonna go look for a broke wire. Well, it seems I have officially just flat pissed this truck off. It don't want to be fixed. Don't ask me why. It's just, it doesn't want to be fixed. Went and borrowed my cousin's full-blown scan tool, hooked to it, hoping I could actually see what the crank position sensor is doing. That sensor you can't see. I don't even know how to remotely check it. It's showing a code for it. But there's no rhyme or reason for it to show a code. You can clear it, truck runs great. Well, I'm not gonna say it runs great because it's doing some weird stuff again. But anyway, the check engine light will not come back on until you shut the truck off and fire it back up, and it immediately comes on, saying there's a fault with the crank position sensor. I'm at a loss. I've done about as much as I can do to it to try to fix this. It's about one step away from every bit of the electronics being ripped off of it and putting a carburetor on it. I'm fed up with it. Shouldn't be this hard to make it run. I know one Ford dealer around here that's still got a mechanic old enough to have worked on one of these, and I'm probably gonna carry it to him. It's gonna cost an arm and a leg, but it is what it is. I'm gonna see about doing the key cylinders now. It's getting later in the day. I'm not going to try to pull that bed off today and do the sending units. That'll be for another day. You ever have one of those days where everything just goes to crap? Yep, today seems to be one of those. Yeah, that's the brand new key cylinder. Fell apart. See a little bitty brass pin in there? What the? There's supposed to be one there. It went that way. Yeah. That way, over there. At Mock Jesus. I'm gonna try to find it. The way this is going, I just need to go home. Go back to bed. Anyway, I don't even know if I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to take this out. That's for tilt. There's 3 screws down here. Take this bottom cover off. There's a pin. This pin, you have to push up It's supposed to be in that hole. Get in there. Yeah. It's supposed to be in that hole there, like that. Focus. And you take something and you push it up, and that lets you remove this whole assembly out of there. But I gotta have that stupid little brass piece that went at Jesus that way. Hit something over there. Spring it over there, come all the way back, and land it right there. There's no brass piece over here. It didn't. Nope, piece of grass. It's over there. La La Land. Poof. I'm gonna go dig. If I find it, and I can put that back together, I'll continue this. We'll take that loose. Over there. How long am I gonna leave this? Left from over there at Mock Jesus, come all the way over here, hit something over here. There it is. I would have never believed I'd found that. Yeah. So, can we get it? Can we get it? Ah. No. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Where did you go? Oh. Fingers. So that means it should have fell out here somewhere. Okay. This seat flipped somehow. I may figure it out. I forgot exactly what I gotta do. Yeah, I'll be back. I remembered. Just have your knee out of the way. Ah, there it is. Yep, there we go. Set it right there. Push this back. It's those two. I'll worry about the other seat belts later. Don't laugh. I hadn't fixed everything. Important stuff first. Gimme. Oh. How can a little bitty piece of brass be such a pain in the butt? You know, the bad thing about this is I can't play music while I'm recording. Okay, little piece of brass, stay right there. Come here. All right, I'm going to attempt to put that back together and not launch that back over there. We'll try this again. Okay, it's back together. I don't understand how that just fell apart in my hand like it did a while ago. I mean, it literally just fell apart. Anyway, let's see if we can get this magnesium piece in here. Let's see here. I'm gonna say this has never been out. Yeah. Alright, there's 3 screws under here. Take this bottom piece of plastic off. I gotta get in a weird position, so I'm gonna do that off camera. Show you all this plastic piece off. Really nasty. I'll clean that. 2 screws. 3 screw holes. 1, 2, and 3. See the whole size difference? I was taking this screw out and something was weird, but it come off. What's that? Screw stay. Somebody had over pulled it and pulled it through the plastic, so I'll fix that. Let me get that screw out and then we'll move over here. I gotta get something to poke up in. Focus. Push that pin up right there, and this will come out that way. If you're wondering, without a key in it, it'll just spin. Doesn't do anything. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. The trick to this, stick the key in, turn it. On. Push that in. Push that in. And slide the old ignition out. Yeah. I'm not going to throw that away. Maybe I can get the old key out of it. I don't know how they come apart. And get it fixed, and I can still use the old key. I don't have a lot of faith in this. So, turn it to the on position. On position. Line it back up. Put it in. That works. Okay. I have a real key again. Alright, let's go to the doors. I really don't want to use these cheap parts, but I would like to be able to unlock my doors. And I'm going to start with this one. Do some magic in there and put keyless entry in this old truck. So let me, I'm going to fast forward, take this door panel off. Mostly because I'm not 100% sure how this one comes off. Man, I need to clean it. The camera really picks up what dirt's on it. I'll be back. Hey, why not take a video of putting it back together? Why not? Let's see if I can do this. Go. Wiggle, wiggle. Put that back where it goes. Like so. Really wish I could have music in these videos so I could just leave the radio playing. And there's probably a workaround for YouTube so that you can. I just don't know what it would be. I mean, you know, if you're listening to the radio, it's public broadcasting, so it's not, you know, there's no royalties or anything off of it. Anybody know the answer to this? Because I get bored easy, and y'all probably don't want to listen. Well, y'all ain't watching squat. I wonder how long it's been pointed over there. I reviewed it just to make sure that video was even remotely usable, and y'all didn't stare at that but for like 20 seconds. And anyway, what I was saying is, anybody know if there's a workaround for being able to play the radio and have music in the background that's not actually played on the video, it's just music in the background? Does YouTube like let you do that, or I don't know. I know music is a kind of a no-no with them. So if anybody knows the answer to that, leave it in the comments. If you've got this far into the video and I'm not boring you to death, thanks for sticking around. Alright, all this is back together. Time to like the skulls. Yeah, those are going to get replaced. They came with the truck. It's kind of like the massive wiring over there for this. That's going to get replaced at some point. Going to do a whole custom console there, and probably some 6.5-inch subwoofers and a bandpass box. But that's later. Anyway, let me figure this door panel out. Most of the screws aren't in it. Yeah, some in here. Take it off. This probably, yep, pops up. And let me see if I can get the key cylinder out. I will return. Okay, I was right. If that screw was there, you'd take that screw out, pry the back up, and just give it a good little wiggle, and it'll come out. I got to unplug all this stuff. Oh, forward. Hey, maybe that's why my mirrors don't work. Really? It's not plugged up. Huh. I wonder if this truck even has power windows, power mirrors. Probably not. They're not hooked up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's that? Looky! Bet that's why my power windows didn't work. Why am I saying power windows? Power mirrors. Well, I'll be. Well, thank you, Ford. Y'all can't really see, but I gotta take screws out. Yeah. I gotta unscrew that to get this off and out of the way. Alright, well, I can't do that holding the camera. I gotta do, that comes off. That screw's not there. Janky crap. Is there one in there? No. I don't think any of the screws are still in this door. Oh, wait, there's one. Man. I really wish that one that come in the junkyard the other day would have had the screws in it so I could take them out. Alright, people, I'm going to take some more stuff off. Oh, the things you find when you go exploring. So, tell me that sounded great. But, look at this. No screws. No screws. A screw. Wait. There's another one. No wonder my freaking doors have rattles. That one over there is really bad. Come on, people. What are those? There's not even a name on the front of them. Look like Pioneers. I hate Pioneer speakers. Maybe why they don't sound good. These are going to get upgraded. Look at this. What is that? Aviation tape? Weird duct tape stuff? Come on. Anyway, didn't take this off. I managed to shove it through the hole. That's nice. I got to wire into this with some relays. Get my keyless entry to work. Let me see if I can get the lock done. Let me peel this back and figure it out. Okay, let me grab my charge thing here, because I'm running out of juice. What I'm going after, let me stick you in the door, and he's right there. Up, in, and right there. Way up in there. That's the door lock. Right there. So, I gotta get a screwdriver. I wonder if I can. I don't know if I can get y'all where you can watch. There really ain't much way of seeing this, so I'm gonna do what I can do. We'll see. Okay. A little bit of looking. Right there is what I'm after. That is this right here, sitting in there like that. I got to pry the rod out of there. Can you see it? Barely. It's right behind there. Goes up and down. Goes down there. So, see the little clip right there? Alright, that is what holds this in. Improper use of a tool. This is to adjust drum brakes. Right there, stick it in here, pry on it. Right there, you can see it moving. Like so, and that'll take it out. I'm gonna try to get the rod off first before I take that out. There's absolutely no way I can film through this little hole that I was just showing y'all in. I'll reach in here through this hole and get right back there and get that rod loose, holding the phone and this because the battery's dying. And so I'll do that off camera. Alright, figured it out. Here's the clip that came out of there. We're now dangling out the front. So, focus. All right, you can see, focus. You can see it. Voila. What a surprise. These are actually plastic. The ones they showed in the picture when I ordered them, it was metal. So, I don't think these are different. Use the same one for each side. It looks the same to me. So, stick it back in the hole. Alright, I'm gonna reverse the process. I can't do that with one hand. So, okay. Reverse the process. Look through the hole. There's the new piece in there. Take it back out so you can see. Stuck back in the rod. Back in the door. Focus. Back in the door. Take the clip, slide it in, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, I gotta fix that. See the little things there? They won't let it go back on. Gotta bend them. Be right back. Putting that back in required taking a screwdriver, coming in over here, sticking in right there, and prying so that I could get it behind this little piece right there. But that's what locks it. It goes behind that and holds it in. There is your clip there, and right down there you can't really see it, but that's it. Right there, new lock's installed. Now, moment of truth. Will said key unlock the door. Let's lock it. It don't do squat. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Does work. Huh. Okay. Just a whole bunch of slack in there. But I can now lock and unlock my door. Now I don't have to park this thing in town unlocked and wonder if it's going to be there when I get back. So, I got to repeat the process over there. That speaker's loose. It rattles. I'm going to fix it while I'm in there. I'll take some pictures. I'll take a video when I get that door panel off. I'm going to put this one back on. I'm not worried about that speaker. I don't like them. I'm probably going to replace them. I'll deal with it when I get there. Oh, I got to put the... What do I do with it? Let me find the keyless entry and open it and see. I think I've got to wire 2 relays into the wires here to make this work. Maybe I got some stuff from when I used to do car audio that would do that. I'll be back. Alright, I'm not 100% on this is going to work without 2 relays to carry the load. I'm going to try it. There is the wiring diagram. You can read all that. Pause it if you want to. Just found something weird. Almost everything. Red's positive. There's no power there. There's no power here. But you come around to this black and white wire. And we have 12 volts. Really? The black and white, 12 volt. I'm not questioning it. I'm going with it. It's going to be the power. Now, I'll have to figure out which ones are. I don't know. I don't think I can get y'all into a position where you'll actually be able to see this. You sit up here. Put that there. Focus. Can I do it? Yeah. Okay. I think lock and unlock. Alright, that is unlock, and this one over here is lock. So, should just be as simple as hooking 3 wires up. 4 wires. Got power, ground, and the 2 signal wires. Now I'm going to try to jam these in here just to make this work temporarily. I'll do it proper later. I want to make sure that this thing has enough power to do this without having relays. If it has to have relays, I don't have those here. I'll have to pick some up. The old kits that I used to sell actually came with the relays. And of course, this is a Amazon special. It's half the price of the ones that I used to sell back in the early 2000s when I did this professionally. But I know those systems required using 2 pretty heavy relays to be able to produce enough power to actuate the 2 door locks. I'm not real sure this skimpy wire's got the capability, but I'm gonna try it. We're gonna find out. So let me do some rigging here and we'll try. Okay, as I was thinking, there's not enough wire to carry the current for this thing to open and close the doors. I did finally figure out how it works. The wiring diagrams that come with it are crap. Essentially, on this truck, what you do is you take the yellow and black wire right here and the red wire, and you give them all 12 volts. Black wire is ground. White wire and white and black wire are the wires that unlock and lock your doors. And as I said, this can't carry the current, so what I'm gonna have to do is get 2 relays, give them a good healthy 12 volt feed, which is right there. I can get it from that. I also don't like the way this one works. It's keeping it in the lock position for like almost 5 seconds. That's a long time to do that, but it'll work. I ain't gonna use that all that often anyway. So I gotta get more parts. But for now, I'm gonna stick all that crap back in the box. I'm gonna put my door back together because I can get in and out now with the key. I'm gonna go over and put the other key in that door. And let's see, what time is it? And I can't look at the time. Probably gonna call it a day. That will have me down to doing just a couple other little things. But I got to pull the bed off of it to do the sending unit, and we'll do that in another video. So let me get this put back on, and then I'll go do that other door. Well, I was right about the rattle in the door. Why? I mean, honestly, find a screw attach that. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna, so this one hasn't been all messed with. I go in here and fix the door lock in this one, and I'm gonna call it a day. Okay, got the other door done. And putting stuff up, getting ready to leave. Yeah, they ought to sponsor me. Ha! Let's go over here, cut this fan off. Does this all look like an unorganized mess? And that's what it is. Years and years of bolts collection, go-kart parts, valve train parts, the 50s, 60s Chevrolet headlight housing or cover. Yeah. Many generations of parts in here. Old shop manuals from like the 70s and 80s. Leftovers. Like a scrap pull. Alright, I'm gonna shut the doors down and call it a day. Didn't get everything done today I wanted to, but I think the fuel sending unit stuff would be better for its own video. So I'm gonna head home. So let's recap today. Did not go as planned, but truck now has keys instead of this broke thing, and I can actually lock it, which means I can actually drive it places that I should be locking it. So that's a good thing. Fixed the rattle in the passenger door because there's only one screw in the speaker. Crank position sensor didn't fix anything. Still have no real power out of the truck. So we carry that on. I'm gonna go dig through a shop manual and see if I can find a wiring diagram, figure out where that wire goes, and maybe I can find a pin location and test end to end on those wires and see if I've got a broke wire. I'm not looking forward to doing that. It may end up at a Ford dealer. Yeah. So I got to pull the bed, put the sending unit and fuel pump in the tanks. That ain't happening tomorrow. I got to have a day of rest. If it's cool enough, though, we may get back on this. I'm not making any promises. Weather's nice enough, I may get a motorcycle out and go enjoy a day off. Something I don't do. But who knows? Cat thinks I'm nuts. Hey, Cat. Yeah, she's real concerned. Yeah. At least it was cloudy and overcast today. Wasn't too hot. It's been a change. We've been seeing 110, 115 degree temps inside buildings. But until next time, y'all have a good one.